Hand clap to the massive brothers and sisters. We are finally back. I know you guys miss me, I know. But I'm finally back once again, brothers and sisters, on this year Mystelics Reacts channel, brothers and sisters. Big up on yourself for definitely being a part of this vibrations. Hand claps goes out to every single one of you guys, man. Big up on yourself, all the Mystelics family, and the big up on the big up on yourself one time for being a part of these vibrations. I know, brothers and sisters, I've been out for a whole week, man, when it comes to the vibrations. But in fact, the reason why that was, brothers and sisters, is because I actually had to be in St. Lucia. I did not go to St. Lucia. It's very interesting. After the Dominica Jazz and Creole event, I think I went to sleep like around minutes to 6, man. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone to sleep early. And the thing is, they told me, St. Lucia people, when they were in Dominica, they told me, hey, when I want to come, blah, blah, blah. I told them I want to come on the 30th, whatever. It seems like they bypassed that. But on the Monday, brothers and sisters, they literally messaged me, telling me to send my passports and my information so that they can send the stuff for me. And of course, I'll be on the Monday going into Wednesday. I think most likely that Wednesday would have been this coming Wednesday. So I'll have been in St. Lucia from Monday to Wednesday when it comes to that vibrations right there. But brothers and sisters, I went to sleep minutes to 6. And they sent me that message 7:33 a.m. in the morning for me to send my stuff Monday. So Sunday was the Jazz and Creole. And then they sent me that early Monday morning. I don't know what on earth these people were doing, bruh. How can you send me this Monday to come in on Monday, man? That's crazy. Anyways, I guess, you know, from my understanding of initial, because we have to try to figure out what was going on when it comes on to the St. Lucia situation. And of course, an individual told me that it was due to accommodations. That's most likely something that they were trying to work on, brothers and sisters. But they sent me this stuff Monday, man. Monday to come in on Monday, bro. That was I woke up like around 2 something. I think I messaged them around 2:33 or 2 something of that sort, brothers and sisters. After 2 p.m., brothers and sisters. And interesting, I was going to sleep. When I woke up like around 8 o'clock. I check why I wake up, so I go back and sleep again. I wake up around 10 o'clock. I said, what going on there, brothers and sisters? Why waking up? I thought I was tired and stuff, but hey, I go back and sleep. And then I finally I woke up at around after 2, brothers and sisters, after I dropped the 2 videos, and I had to do the vlog and the BrBpTV stuff. Of course, I'll post that link in the first comment in the comment box below so you guys can check it out yourselves. But I was supposed to be in St. Lucia, but they sent me this stuff for me to come in Monday for Monday, bro. So anyways, I say, you know what, during that time, that's the time I would normally be doing the vlogs and stuff in St. Lucia, because it started on Tuesday. That was last week Tuesday. And the 6th, and you know, so Tuesday, Wednesday, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then most likely come back Wednesday coming. I would have been coming back, brothers and sisters, but you know, it was very late. It seems like the flight would have probably been like around 10, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., bro. So anyways, I decided, you know what, brothers and sisters, since I was going to be doing the vlogs and stuff during that time, I would not have been doing the reactions. I might have been doing the reactions, I'm not sure. But I decided, you know what, I needed that rest, bro. I needed that rest, and as a result of needing that rest, that's why I ended up, you know, not doing any videos for the week. So I was definitely doing a little thing here and there. Some people might came who like me, you know, I should have vlogged that stuff. But anyways, we'll see how that goes, because more people might have to come anyways when it comes to that situation. Anyways, brothers and sisters, welcome. Sorry for the whole long thing you guys understood. I should have been in St. Lucia. Big up to all the Dominicans that went down there to do their thing. But I think St. Lucia people, all you need to organize them thing there. Oh, you send me Monday for Monday, bro. Gasa. But anyways, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. Anyways, with all that said already, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. And subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they do definitely come. My hair kind of looks like crazy right now, brothers and sisters. I need to wash my hair and stuff, but you get the point, brothers and sisters. Without further ado, let us get to the vibrations for today. Of course, they have some sort of rally that's coming up, man. I'm not a supporter of what is taking place, but apparently Mia is coming down. Now, you know, I feel about Mia. I used to be a big supporter of Mia. Mia just starts sucking right now. I don't know what on earth is going on with this lady. I cannot do when it comes down to the global understandings of certain things. Hey, let's side with this so we can get some monies and, you know, so forth. So not really caring on the climate, but they're using that on the merit of that sentiment right there. So that's what she's doing. But anyway, SKERRIT decided, hey, let's bring Mia. Oh, come down. Oh, come, Dominica. Ted Calbas. Anyways, brothers and sisters, they have all that nonsense. I think is whenever June, whenever it comes in, brothers and sisters. But apparently they want to have a meeting all sorts there. But most importantly, when you're seeing all these things happening, brother and sister, what comes to mind? Elections gonna be calling very soon, right there. And I think Dr. Thompson Fountain has taken the lead ahead of that to ensure that he informed a number of persons. And of course, as indicated right there, you see that he's gonna have a town hall meeting in New York. One of the things that SKERRIT them decided to do was to ensure that they can have ample individuals come to Dominica to vote. Even though we check in, that doesn't make any sense at all, because the people in Dominica who are supposed to reflect the will of the people. Oh, let's go overseas. It seems like the same thing the Democrats are doing in the United States, bringing illegals and all kind of things there. The same thing is happening in Dominica, brothers and sisters, for which they know that the people of Dominica do not want the government, and as a result of them maintaining power, they have to go overseas to do these things. And obviously, because of that, Thompson has decided, I guess, to go overseas to try to talk to the people on the merit of a number of things that pretty much pertain to Dominica, and of course, the discussion of the pressing political, social, and economical issues affecting the Nature Island, the Caribbean, Dominica, brothers and sisters. The main problem here, of course, will be SKERRIT. So, of course, they're gonna have this at this particular time that you've seen right there in Boston, Bronx, New York. When it comes down to that sentiment right there, they actually have the ad going out right there, brothers and sisters, on that merit. With some that in
the New York and tri-state areas. Political leader of the UWP, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, invites you to a town hall meeting this Friday, May 16th, 2025 at 3813 Boston Road, Bronx, New York. Join us for a Dominica-focused engagement to discuss pressing political, social, and economic issues affecting our homeland. Starting time, 6:30 p.m. See you there.
Well, guys, I'm wondering in the videos that is not in support of people coming overseas and voting and this kind of things there. But hey, that's part of the rules, and hey, you know, so I guess they have to go overseas and start campaigning as well to let the people know, hey guys, yes, they have opened it to you guys and so forth and so forth, but come on, Dominica is in dire need. My goodness, Dominica is in big trouble, and all you making SKERRIT come and say he can wait until the rapture take place. Really? Anyways, talking about the SKERRIT, brothers and sisters. Apparently, SKERRIT decided to come to the press conference. I think that's press conference now. What is that now? Prime Minister SKERRIT provides update on meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. So we're gonna listen to that right there, brothers and sisters. Let's see what SKERRIT has to say on that. And of course, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. I'm gonna give my thoughts live and interactive right here. All right, let's listen to what SKERRIT has to say. And I already know. First of all, live. Live.
Well, first of all, I think my overall impression of the meeting was that it was one that was very positive. Extremely positive, if I may say.
SKERRIT always saying things is positive. When the European Union came down there to talk about, Dominica, and you know what happened with the CBI program and all those kind of things. By the way, the very US is bringing pressure on European Union to do what it did for when it comes down to the CBI program. They are the ones putting pressure, and the very people who are associated with SKERRIT are not calling what is his name? The partner that just joined Trump thing. He was also involved in the Kepinski situation. I forget his name. I mentioned his name sometime back. You guys know what I'm talking about if you have been following my reactions right there. So this individual jumped with them, with Trump them, and as a result, I guess he's exposing the whole thing. And SKERRIT is coming and say it's very thing. The same thing SKERRIT was saying, we'll be restoring visa-free access very soon. He believes and he hopes, it's so positive. Next day, you're England saying about beware of coming to Dominica. So when SKERRIT come out and saying things about positive, you're just saying things, doesn't reflect on reality. You'll fool his people in Dominica. That's what he tends to do. Hey, everything working nice. But when it comes down to actuality, brothers and sisters, lie.
I believe that the Secretary of State is a very pragmatic person.
Yeah, but apparently you're not. Because one of the reasons why they are doing this is because of you, SKERRIT. SKERRIT, the reason why they are having all the discussions is because of you. They have already traced back all the corruption that are linked back to where? Dominica. This is why European Union is about to remove visa-free. I told you guys. Or you think it's joke I make it? Mystelics, why you getting them thing there? What you saying there? No, America putting pressure on them. They already gonna do it, because they realize the stipulations that they put forth. SKERRIT them did not follow it. They say all the money is supposed to come to the home country, not true? We still have money going outside. We still 41-10 is the vote, brothers and sisters, in favor of removing visa-free access. With SKERRIT comment. Oh, wonderful meeting.
And we were able to discuss a number of important issues relating to the relationship between ourselves and the United States. Of course.
SKERRIT, when they give all the options, didn't you guys choose China? No, China don't buckle in under the pressure, no? Huh? They buckle in under pressure. They just recently, China has just did some sort of deal, I think 2 trillion worth coming to the United States.
Security was high on the agenda. And
the people that just asked me, let me go back a little. The people that asked me if the tariffs working. 2 trillion from China going to the United States.
Security was high on the agenda. And both sides recognized the importance of us continuing to work together to fight in criminal elements within the hemisphere.
SKERRIT, don't you not doing it? SKERRIT, you literally gave criminals our diplomatic passport. It's one thing when you say you're doing most due diligence process, but to then give criminals and then come and hide them in Dominica. SKERRIT.
And to enhance our abilities to proper secure our hemisphere. And so there's a continued commitment on the part of the United States government to help us and to work with us on the issue of security.
Oh, Lord.
Of course, the issue of...
Yeah, and protecting themselves from what you have caused. SKERRIT, you are 100% to blame. 100. Putting how much money is on the side, say you doing most robust due diligence, and then a set of people picking up passports that are criminals. How much millions, SKERRIT, how much? Nobody asked you no question. That was question. How much millions they put in towards due diligence process from Dominica? Nobody never asked you this question. Oh, okay.
Of the...
I know.
illegal immigration was spoken about, and of course we're not at variance with the United States in respect to their immigration policies. Clearly, the immigration policies which are being implemented by the United States government is no different to that of every country in the world. And
SKERRIT, not you guys that say we have a backdoor culture in Dominica. You think that is the same policy? Or are they calling it illegal immigration? SKERRIT?
And we have committed to working with them with an effort towards reducing, if not eliminating, illegal migration within our hemisphere.
But SKERRIT, not you that making Dominican get visas. Look, I even understand that they're having problems with Antigua right now, because one of the selling points apparently Antigua using is saying that, hey, you can have both, you can go and make baby in the United States. That's one of the problems they have with Antigua. Antigua making the claim, hey, you come get visa, come, you can get visa, and then when you take your vacation, when you get visa or whatever, because you're Antigua citizen or whatever, you can then come and then you can go and have birth. You can have birth, so they're using that as a selling point. They're telling them not to do that. Antigua, you better listen, eh? Alright.
But we also urge the Secretary of State, and of course by extension the US government, to ensure that they continue to facilitate legal migration by the provision of visas to students, to visitors, the various work programs.
That is not the issue, no, SKERRIT. SKERRIT is about CBI. Oh, get to that point. You're talking about what we already know. Get to the point, sir.
Of course, we believe that this will continue. We did not leave the meeting with them with the view that this will not continue, this will continue.
Of course it will continue, sir. You have to get visa and they have to prove it. If you don't imagine those people country, they revoke the visa.
I think the U.S.'s concern is with regards to illegal migration, and which is...
That's not their concern. Their concern is CBI, sir. That is their concern. This is why they put pressure on the European Union to stop it. And obviously, you know it's after Dominica they're going. Because United Kingdom did the same thing. Ireland did the same thing. A number of countries did the same thing. Not on the merit that other Caribbean islands have certain things, you know. But because Dominica has been heavily involved in corrupt practices. My goodness, SKERRIT, you also have admitted that. Talking about the corresponding banks needed to trace back. This is why they have a huge problem when it comes down to sending money to Dominica. That's why I asked that question, brothers and sisters. Does PayPal in Dominica work anymore?
Shared position. I think one of the offerings of the United States is to look at, and of course this is just in the preliminary stages, is the idea of utilizing the OAS in a more pragmatic manner. And one of the proposals from the United States which we endorse is the whole idea of using the OAS and ensuring that the OAS can itself have peacekeeping missions similar to what the United Nations is doing. So you have
SKERRIT, what about the CBI? They have been doing that already. So anyway, today you go a meeting to talk about what are they already doing. I wonder if you talk about it.
And his view, and of course our view, is that can we not mobilize within the OAS and not necessarily rely on the UN to mobilize peacekeepers for Haiti, for example, and security personnel for Haiti. So
them people do not want US people in the place. They have already seen what has happened when it comes down to the Red Cross situation and the Clinton Foundation. They're trying their best now to go, and they have the Haitian people already linking up with Trump for them to find out what has happened with that money, because only 6 houses they built with all the billions of dollars that was raised for Haiti after the earthquake situation.
So this is a very pragmatic areas, and of course we raised the issue of Cuba and the Cuban Medical Brigade and the health program. We explained to him how this is operated within our countries, and I believe he understands.
Jamaica had already explained to them what's going on when it comes to the Caribbean sentiment. They might have been exploiting people in other places, but the Caribbean is different. They explained that already. So I guess all you have to come and talk about the same thing too.
And that. So I do not see any threat to the Cuban medical program, which we all have within our countries.
That's facts. That's true.
We have these programs. They are based on international standards.
What's going on here, guys? Hit it. Let's continue.
There's international practices, the International Labour Organization standards. They've been paid their salaries and their wages like everyone else, and so we're able to explain those things to Secretary of State. And of course, the issue of continued partnership with the United States on other areas of investments and
that's the CBI we want to know about. That is America pressing concern. We want to know about
the United States within the region and the repositioning of resources, support, and all of those things we discussed with the Secretary of State. But I think it's a very, very constructive engagement. I think we should expect greater collaboration.
So what is happening with the CBI? That's what we want to do. We want to bypassing that
States and the Caribbean, listening to the Secretary of State and his approach to things. He's a politician like all of us, and he understands that the political considerations in each country that every government has to deal with. So I think every one of us left the meeting on a very, very positive note. Not that we came with any preconceived notion of it going to be a contentious issue at all. But a lot of it, he also told us that a lot of the things that we hear about the government's position on certain things are really media pronouncement and not necessarily that of the Secretary of the State Department or the U.S. government.
The US, I can tell you for a fact that they are very much concerned with the CBI program. I can tell you that. So SKERRIT, why are you not touching on that point? You tell us stuff that they're already doing.
And And so he was able to set aside those issues. So it was a very, very positive first meeting with the Secretary of State. I believe that he's a sensible person. And the reality is we worked with the Trump administration in his first term. Trump administration never took any decisions against the Caribbean that were negative in any way.
Yeah, because the CBI program wasn't to the rampancy that it's actually in today. Especially knowing all the corruption that has been involved in it, my brother.
And I think that will continue in this term, and the level of cooperation and understanding that the Trump administration has of the region is better now than it was in the last term. And I think the Secretary of State, he being from Florida and understanding the challenge we have, for example, with hurricanes and storms, and they have
SKERRIT just not touching the CBI. What the beginning of that thing was saying? That's what the beginning of that was saying. Or just so you're not touching on the CBI situation. Cause SKERRIT not that tebe, yeah tebe, you know, but not that tebe. You don't touch on the CBI program.
Have decided to deploy assets within the Caribbean through NOAA to ensure that we have pre-warning.
No one of the satellite, them helicopter, them plane that's going hurricane now. Well, is that you talking about? So, I scare it. That's scary. That scare does get to me, you know. Boy.
Mechanisms in place to alert us of impending storms and hurricanes.
But SKERRIT, they're always doing that.
For the Caribbean. So, very positive, very constructive. I believe that the relationship between the Caribbean and the United States of America, and of course, between Dominica and the United States of America, is better now than it was 2 days ago.
Prime Minister, I have to ask, because according to a State Department communique, the Secretary of State cautioned the OECSN's presence to make responsible, transparent decisions in their relationship with China. You've already mentioned Cuba. How does Dominica respond to this?
Good question. Very, very good question, guys. My thing is sticking here. I don't know what
the United States of America has a relationship with China. I think some of the things that people speak about our relationship with China are sometimes misplaced. China has been and continues to be a major ally in our economic and social development. We have always maintained our relationship with China in a very transparent way. Our relationship with China.
And the people don't know about the MOU, SKERRIT? Probably you're talking about you and China, or yeah, well, you think, but apparently the people don't know. And the people are doing nothing at all for them to find out what exactly is going on when it comes to the MOU.
China is no different to that of our relationship with any country in the world, whether it's a European country or an African country or a Caribbean country. What China is doing for Dominica is open for everybody to see, and it is visible for everybody to see, whether it's the construction of schools or the hospitals or the roads or
Hold on, guys. That thing just, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, the heat. It's getting hot. Is you better, sir? Okay, you better.
For everyone to see whether it's the construction of the schools or the hospitals or the roads or support to farmers and small businesses or housing.
So we have all this kind of support, brothers and sisters, but I find it very difficult when it comes down to the support of farmers, because farmers are one of the people, or one of the set of people that seems to be getting the least sort of help. If all the monies that come from overseas, especially after Maria and this kind of places there, the situations that has happened, Erica and so forth and so forth, and all the monies that were actually aimed for farmers, I find farmers lacking a lot in Dominica. Millions of dollars came for farmers, brothers and sisters. Where is that money now? All you know? Okay.
And that's what we speak to China about. The reality is, when I meet the Chinese leadership or the representatives of the Chinese government, we don't speak about other countries except our relationship. I met the President Xi, I met the Premier of China last year, We never discuss any other country but our two countries. And if I am meeting the president of China, I don't think I have time to discuss all the issues except Dominica's issues. And so that's the relationship between ourselves, and China will continue to be a very strong and steadfast friend of Dominica. I don't think our relationship with any country should be based on any other country's relationship with that country. And so we have relations with China. Everybody will knows that. We
Of course the world knows that. Of course the world knows that. My time frame drop. Okay. Okay. Something going on in that thing, guys. I don't know what's going on with this thing, guys. Anyways. Let's
respect and we support the One China principle, which is enshrined in international law, and which is recognized by United Nations and all international organizations, that there is but one China, and that is the People's Republic of China, and that Taiwan is part of China. It is not a rules versus SKERRIT articulation. This is the United Nations articulation. This is why Taiwan is not at any international organization as members, and every country in Europe.
Boy. SKERRIT not telling us nothing, no boy. SKERRIT does not telling us nothing at all. That's how you not easy, you know, my brother. Guys, fix that now. Brothers and sisters, we don't get no information at all. SKERRIT providing information of things that we already know.
Of the relationship. Recognize that there's one China, and that we do not involve ourselves into internal issues of each other's country and so forth, respect our sovereignty. But our engagement with China is on our economic and social advancement, and China has been very helpful in assisting us in achieving our.
So SKERRIT is just saying that he chose China over the United States, even just previously stating that America wants to facilitate in a number of things, blah 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 blah. I personally side with the United States. I don't know about all you, but me, I side with the United States. All right.
SDGs and our own national economic and social strategy and vision for our country, and so
there's no vision for the country, SKERRIT.
So this is what it is.
You cannot tell me there's a vision for the country and the country consistently going down. Consistently? What kind of vision is that? What kind of vision? Brothers and sisters, maybe I not seen it, or you can help me out. What vision is that now? Talk to me nicely, please.
So this is what it is. We are prepared to listen to the views of all, but
except the Dominica people.
China is not going to be determined by somebody else.
Okay.
Did the U.S. Secretary of State discuss the citizenship by investment program?
Okay.
No, we raised it, and we
lie. Lie, SKERRIT, lie. They never discuss it, and they just go after and think at it.
we simply drew to the attention that this is a program that is above board, that we receive the support of the United States.
SKERRIT, you don't think there's people about these corresponding banks that have been issues to send money to Dominica? When they stop deal with MMC, or allegedly. Really, SKERRIT? Boy, that's SKERRIT, not easier, boy. That's scary.
Intelligence apparatus through the JRCC in vetting each applicant. And of course, through that database, the United States has access to the names of everybody who applies for citizenship within our OECS jurisdiction.
You know they know that?
And if there's anybody
because
of
through the
interest,
corresponding banks. That's how they knew SKERRIT. That's how. They don't have all though, but they have quite a bit, because you guys deal with US dollars. You know that. All right.
that name will be picked up. And if after that there's an interest in anybody, then we're prepared to work with United States and any other entity in the world to facilitate the apprehension of anybody who would have gone afoul with the laws of any particular country.
So what about all
it
these
is we
people?
who raised it, and with an effort towards assuring them that that we are running a very transparent program, and of course we'll continue to discuss.
Of course, SKERRIT. Transparent programming. When you see you don't know, everybody, when you see you don't know, and SKERRIT talking, you will believe, you will actually believe what he's saying. You believe it. But I know, when I know, SKERRIT does not say things, boy. Yes, Lord. Them people put a draft thing out to the point where they say they're actually looking into it, and SKERRIT say no, they never brought it up. But they bring in pressure on the European Union to end the CBI program, which of course the European Union was in favor of.
We urge that they continue.
But they never bring it up,
with the relationship that we had with the Treasury Department.
With all the corruption that is happening. You yourself know, especially when they had passports selling in Pakistan and this area, Dominica passport. You knew it, but they never brought it up.
With the 6-point agreement, and of course the yearly peer review of our program, and we also updated him and updated the United States on what we're doing with regards to the regional approach with the regulator, independent regulator, and also new legislation that will come into effect.
So SKERRIT, if all you never bring it up, how come all you discuss all that? If you they never brought it up, and all you discuss all that?
That each member country that has a CBI program will subscribe to and respect.
Respect.
You said you all raised the citizenship by investment program at that meeting, or was that supposed to be part of the?
It wasn't on the agenda. It wasn't on the joint agenda, but we took the opportunity.
Zampoli, that is his name. Zampoli, brothers and sisters. Zampoli, that exposing everything there. All right.
To raise.
They bring pressure on European Union to stop it, but they never bring it up. Well, maybe they're just bypassing everything and they say, okay, you guys need to do this, and so forth and so forth. And they work out a deal when it comes down to the tariffs as well with the European Union. Yes, they work out one with British just recently as well. So, and that was one of the keys that they. So it's scary to say they don't talk about it. Maybe they don't talk about it true, because they already know where it's gonna end.
So likewise, China wasn't on the agenda, but Secretary of State.
China wasn't on the agenda. So all you meet to talk about OAS.
Referenced it.
Scared you was paying attention. They need to send somebody, they need to send a press secretary to these meetings as well. They need to send the press, not the government press secretary, brothers and sisters. They can come and just lie. They need to send somebody who's independent of the government, go to those meetings so that people can get the real scope.
It was a reference.
But if you just have SKERRIT going there and he come in and give us information, how can we just accept that? And we know SKERRIT like to lie. We know for a fact that SKERRIT likes to lie. The man like to lie. And you think he come in there and tell you the truth?
It wasn't a substantive agenda item.
It wasn't substantive. Bare corruption.
There's a reference in his comments. These are his views, and
they might have a draft letter that was sent out. Hey, it was leaked, yes. The finale thing,
views in respect to that. But the reality is, our relationship with the United States is strong. And if you look at Dominica's vote in the United Nations, you will recognize that we support about 99% of the resolutions put forward by the United States. There are some things that we don't agree with from a principle standpoint, or sometimes it is not that we don't agree with what they're seeking to achieve, but we don't agree with you.
That's all. Let me stop that, man. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts, man? If I can mix. Yo. Guys, just listen to the other media, huh? Just listen to the other media folks. and the other countries when it comes on to what SKERRIT has to say. And we'll see what SKERRIT saying they make it say. Because you don't have other people to think. SKERRIT come and just give his views, you know. He may not have been paying attention and so forth and can't give his talks. Talk about what people already doing. And they never talk about CBI, and they never had China wasn't on the agenda. A big trade war they had. Well, China break down now. China in problems when it comes down to the situation, so they're sending about $2 trillion to the United States when it comes down to the tariff situation. But they never bring up China. Okay, SKERRIT. Okay, alright. Whatever else, guys, do you think what SKERRIT is saying is true? Do you believe him? I totally vehemently disagree with what SKERRIT is saying there when it comes on to the situation. You want to make it pretend as if, oh, nothing happened. Alright then. Well, SKERRIT, we'll see as time goes by. With me, of course. And then, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. And of course, with that said, everybody, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they do definitely tend to come through. Also, on Wednesday, brothers and sisters, I'll be dropping a podcast. You guys definitely want to be tuning into that on that international airport situation. Is there something going on, brothers and sisters? Look it on Wednesday for that vibrations right there. And of course, we're going to be talking about that on the BrBpTV platform. With that said, right there, don't forget to check the links in the first comment in the comment box below. And with that said, right there, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Be real, solid digging always. Be positive.